right, Discord is right. Do we have...
YouTube has
Stream.
not changed. Oh, maybe. I mean, something happening.
Something is happening. Yay! It was a stream key. There you go.
We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the final Cowtown Mama Moo Moo. Mama Moo Moo Moo. Mama Moo Moo. We are doing the final round of the ESR RWB Tugas Mid-Engine Fight to the Death, a Bathurst style, 90 minutes of absolute torture. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the inventor of the electric fruit tightener, Michael Magus.
Oh, I went from this, from being the innovator of spreadsheets to this. I don't know how I feel with this.
I generally tend to hand out emotional whiplash wherever I go.
We apologize for the issue that kept us from going live 13 minutes ago, roughly. You'll have to ask Matt out. we neither created the problem nor solved it.
We're just along for the ride, much
Indeed.
like everybody in this race.
Indeed. Well, speaking of along for the ride, I had a whole thing where I was going to break down the championship implications, because this is the final round. There's usually something to talk about. There isn't. Martin Edmonds, who is in second place, trails your champion, Tobias Thierholt, by 98 points. So there is nothing to discuss here today in that regard. That is what happens when you have one driver who wins all but 3 races. So that doesn't mean that there isn't stuff to go on here. There is literally a tie for second place between Martin Edmonds and Alfonso Alchandre. So they are battling it out. You've got Magic Kashuk, who is just 2 points ahead of Matt Al and ahead of Dirk Gresham. So three-way Royale battle for 4th place. Three-way dance. And then further on down, you've got Andrew D versus James Butler and versus Antonio Costa. You've got Josiah Jerome versus Fumihiro Kobayashi versus Rene Ermer versus Ariel Zatoni versus Adam Komorowski. So we do have a lot of stuff going on here, a lot to play for, even if the overall championships, both of the drivers and the constructors, are largely over. So, you know, the hardware, the RWB website does it. I am being told by Martin Edmonds that the RWB website does not have the correct scoring.
Do I get to make up the scoring? All right. Ariel Zatoni has 9,000 points.
Well, that's probably not correct.
However, Mauricio Delgado has 1,000,000 points, so the 9,000 really doesn't work that well.
Oh, I see where we're going with this.
Indeed.
Oh, we have Martin in the booth.
Martin, you're the worst. Please continue.
That's correct.
So tell us about the scoring here.
All right, gents.
I don't give a shit about scoring. Martin, how's your dogs? Or score, whatever.
The RWB site is having an issue with calculating the scratch results.
Okay. Does that help you in the championship in some massive way? Because a 98 point gap seems quite large.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had the video playing in the background. I had the voice chat from the other team, so it was a bit messy. So I am sorry. So the website currently is having issues calculating what is the correct scratch results, because instead of doing single races for a certain round, the off round that we were 2 races, the system was capturing these results and they're not correct. So if you go to Race App, I'll send you the link. We have the correct scoring right there.
Race App? Who'd they ever beat?
Okay. Send me the Race App. And I can... Well, I mean, I know Race App.
Shortly.
Send them to lemonparty.com.
I'm friendly with the admin of Race App. I do work for him. and he gives me free shit.
Send him to lemonparty.org. It'll be hilarious. It'll be the biggest joke of the year.
All of those ACC liveries that you see on Race App, that's my doing.
Why have you done this to us?
Okay, you just gave me a screenshot here. Okay, I mean, according to these standings, the championship is still over. it's just instead of being 98 points, it's 92 points. That's not really it's not really doing much. Although it does give you second place, so there is that. At least you are 10 points ahead, or 14 points ahead of Alfonso, I think.
That is correct.
Okay,
what
so
he's done is he's moved Mauricio way too far down in the standings.
All right, let's go through the
these
new standings.
Give your dogs 52 hot dogs for me.
Not sure that's a good idea.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Not all at once. Use some discretion. Come on, man.
I mean, that still sounds like a bad idea.
Wow.
Okay. So, championship. Tobias is unaffected, apparently, by the scoring error. So, go Tobias. Martin Evans is in second place. He is 16 points ahead of Alfonso. Is basically between those two. I think mathematically speaking, you could see maybe Magic or something get up there, but well, hang on. No, he cannot. Okay, so it'll be Martin or Alfonso in second place. Then it's a battle between Kazchuk, Greshel, and Matt Al, like I said. And then it's a battle for 7th between Andrew D, Antonio Costa, James Butler. Then it's a battle for 10th between Josiah Jerome, Fumihiro Kobayashi, Red Aramer, Ariel Zatoni, Adam Komorowski. Then there's this lonely dude, Vic Vega, who's kind of on his own. Like, he's going to finish 15th. There's really not much you can do about it. And then further back, there is a 3-way tie between Serge Hendricks, RWB Rigel, and Scott Nick. So there you go. Scott, show up, do well, do good things.
He's in the chat. Where is he? What's going on?
Is he on the server?
He was in the chat. Scott, if you are still in chat and not racing, you a hoe.
You's a hoe.
Dumb ways to die.
Well, he's not on the server. He is not one of the 14 drivers currently in the server, which, by the way, the rundown of the top 10 is Tobias Thirl, Alfonso Alexandre, Martin Evans, Magic Kazchuk, Javier Vega, Ariel Zatoti, Andrew D, Matt Al, Mauricio Delgado in the top 10, baby! Andrew Greshel. Although this is practice, so there may be different fuel loads at play here.
He said loads.
I say loads a lot, sir.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Full time. I'm eating my last slice of pizza.
Scott Nick's so fat. He wish he wasn't that fat. That's what's up. I don't know. Scott Nick so fat the back of his neck looked like a pack of hot dogs. I'm going to continue talking shit about Scott Nick until I see him on the leaderboard there. Scott Nick is so dumb. He jumped out a window and went up.
I am going to laugh if Scott Nick makes a fighter in the fight sim, which, by the way, you guys can get in on. It is like a flyweight. This can be hilarious. After all of these years of insinuating that he's fat.
I've only been insinuating that he's fat for the last, 5 minutes. I've been insinuating that he's a gigantic schlong for much longer than that.
That's true.
It's like, I'm sorry, I can't make 155 dick too big. I just can't, it can't drop the weight without medical procedures.
I don't know, man. If Felony Bennett can make 155.
I don't know what that means.
Crazy horse.
Oh. That guy.
There are many locker room stories of Crazy Horse's attributes, shall we say.
He's got kneecaps the size of hubcaps.
Adam Komorowski in the pink car. BWT, baby.
Pink car means one thing. dick pill sponsorship?
No, it's actually a water purification company.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
They're admittedly like the weirdest of like the big auto racing sponsorships. It's like, you got your standard stuff. You get your Red Bull energy drink, Monster energy drink. A couple of beer companies. Tobacco used to be the big sponsorship, obviously, with like Camel, Marlboro. Telecommunication companies are pretty big. And then it's like randomly on the F1 grid the last couple of years has been like, welcome BWT, this water purification company. It's like spawned an entire racing operation.
The purest of water.
They used to sponsor Force India, and now they sponsor Alpine.
The cereal?
No, Alpine is the it's the like sporty brand of Renault, the car maker. So they've dubbed they've dubbed their Formula One team Alpine.
All I know is if you're Alpine, you're either a cereal or you're Alpine, the stereo maker. And there is no other thing that they possibly could exist that is named the same thing.
Well, you would be in for a rude awakening on that.
Well, then I just want to stay asleep.
Fair.
Wake me up when September ends. Also, do you know the backstory on that song and the assholery that is the internet?
No, I don't think I do. I mean, I know the assholery of the internet.
Correct. So, the whole, the song by Green Day, it's about his dad dying.
Oh, shit.
And so, for a month, every year since he made that song, the entire internet's like, September, it's still September. And then when September's over in October, everybody gets online and go, hey, September's over. And like, hi, have like a month and a half to remember that your dad is dead. Every year.
That is kind of dickish.
Yeah. So don't be a dick. Be cool. And that's the lesson of the day. Scott Nick on the leaderboard yet? He is not. Scott Nick has so much hair.
In the server.
What?
He's not in the server. We got 13 cars from Scott Nick.
He's obviously entered into the series. He was in chat live.
Mm-hmm. I said server. He's not on the server.
I'm following up with he, and also as now you are stating to me that I understand, not on the server.
Correct.
Which I comprehended the previous time you said it.
Okay.
Is he not practicing? Is he only going to qualify?
I don't know. Maybe he can't free up from the wife for practice. I don't know.
Well, due to the size of his genitalia, I understand.
I understand.
We have been told by the wife specifically and in person. Well, not in person, but via the internet. Our estimation of large Richard Scott Nick is an overstatement of the facts. However, I think that's just a smokescreen.
Well, I mean, also, we were told that it was we have an overstatement. We were told how much of an overstatement. I mean, given the level that we built this up to, I mean, it could still be considerable.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is the entire time I've been doing commentary for the ESR, which is about 1 million years at this point.
A little bit.
I think Scott Nick might have won a single race, possibly.
He's generally a solid midfielder.
And my continued estimation is that he routinely just grabs the wrong stick and is not able to shift correctly, sometimes. Make of that what you will. Like, oops, nope, that's me.
I was trying to figure out who had left the server because we dropped down to 14 from 14 to 13 people, and Magic Cash Chuck popped back in, so it must have been him.
Good old cabbage truck.
One half of the Canadian pole team, although they're not actually teaming this weekend series. Because this series is a manufacturer war.
Can we really incite a war between companies?
I mean, I think so.
That sounds awesome.
Happens in racing, I think, all the time.
We just legitimately have Amazon. Oh my goodness, Mr. Adam, you have done that wrong.
Indeed, that is the bite of the wall. This is one of the few. This is one of the few racetracks that Byron legitimately enjoys.
Yeah, it's the only one I really I can recognize a portion of. Everything else is literally just what you see here. You've got concrete, you got white lines, you got grass. Everything else is the same on every fucking track. But Bathurst, you show me some of that downhill, I know what the fuck's going on.
Indeed.
I believe...
Ross came back up.
believe we should incite a full-fledged war between Amazon and Apple.
Amazon and Apple.
Like literally guns and stuff, because I think that'd be fun.
I mean, I feel like this leads to the Demolition Man, prediction of the future, the franchise war, and we're left with just Taco Bell.
And?
I mean, Taco Bell would not be my pick for last restaurant stand.
All right. Give me your top 3 future apocalypse. There can only be 3. There's going to be like King Shit a Fuck Mountain. There's going to be solid second place, and there's going to be like way hind titty third place, because that's just how things work out.
All right. So we're going with fast food restaurants, I assume.
Yeah, well, yeah, large chains basically have the best shot to survive.
Jimmy the Greek. Probably not surviving, but if one's got to survive, that's my answer. I eat there a lot.
That's your way hind third titty.
Well, that's my one I want to survive, but probably won't. I mean, if we're going with like likelihood of surviving, the answer is McDonald's. Unfortunately, they are everywhere. They are omnipresent. Second most likely to survive probably actually is Taco Bell. And in third place, I'll go with Pizza.
Pizza. You gotta have one pizza. I think it's probably gonna be Pizza Hut. No one out Pizza's the Hut.
Pizza Hut's dying in like so many markets, though. So.
You're dying in so many markets.
I mean, I did notice that BC, you seem to have a lot there. Like when I was
there,
we
had an upswing.
Yeah. But I mean, like around me, like it's hard to find it. It's hard. The only Pizza or Pizza Hut near me is like just shit.
Really?
It's not good.
Well, the one here makes good ass pizza. It makes pizza. Oh yeah, so we had a Pizza Hut when I was a kid. So we had a Pizza Hut here when I was a kid, and it closed down when I was, I don't know, like 14 or 15 or something. And we didn't have another one until about 7 or 8 years ago. So there's a gap of about 1 million years in the middle there. And the original Pizza Hut still has the original Pizza Hut outline. It's a flower shop now. It was a bunch of different things for a long time. But I think it's a flower shop now. And so you can drive down a street and see a Pizza Hut that is not a Pizza Hut. But the one here makes pizza as good as what I remember nostalgically as a child. So whatever they're doing here is working. Outside of that, yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, I just think the one here is just like terribly run. I think
that's fair.
Yeah, it's also really weird. It's like takeout only, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, it's odd. The one here's got, you could dine in. They have buffet. You can do the Pizza Hut buffet between like 11 and 11:30 and 1:30.
Oh, I got kicked out of that at one point.
Why, you ate too much pizza?
Yeah, they're like, sir, we are going to have to ask you to leave. And I was like,
wow.
It was me and my friend Pat, who is the eating machine, because like I got a scrap pad here real quick. Dude is tiny. Dude's like tiny. Dude now is like 140 pounds, and then and was tiny. And we're in 4th grade, and we are just packing it away. And they eventually just asked us to leave. This is one of those. All-you-can-eat pizza is a theoretical, not a practical.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the one here makes, like I said, like with rose tinted glasses, absolute nostalgia. Oh my God, we're having Pizza Hut! It's just as good as it used to be. So
it's just been the like talking with the younger generation. You know, either sim racers happen to be younger, or people on the fight simulator who are younger or whatever. A lot of them don't even know what Pizza Hut is. So I think unfortunately Pizza Hut is sort of is a brand very much in decline.
Well, see, that's the thing is I'm not sure how. Like, I knew they were a national brand in the States and here in Canada, but I don't know how far outside. I wonder if the Company Man's going to have a video on this. Company Man on YouTube does videos on corporations and things, and how are they doing now, and whatever happened to, and the rise and fall, or the rise and fall and rise again, or I think he even did one that was like the rise, the fall, the rise again, and the fall again of somebody. And so, yeah, you did an interesting one on Dr. Pepper, like Dr. Pepper, even bigger than you know.
I feel like somebody is going to join the server, and they just did. I just saw them pop into the voice chat. And now they're in the server. It is the real Velour, Raul Valoria.
Good old Raul.
Indeed. Andrew D, by the way, is about to post our first lap time here, which will put him at least on provisional pole at the moment. And here we go. There it is. 2:05.379 is the lap time.
That makes him real cheese people.
Mauricio Delgado going second quickest. So the car guys are 1-2 right now. James Butler third quickest.
Car guy brought to you by Man Truck.
There's Martin Edmonds. Now Martin was ahead of the car guys, so he must have invalidated his first lap. So we'll see what he can do. There's Javier Vega. He's currently got the pole position as of the end of Sector 2, which is basically down the mountain. Now he's just got to keep going through the Conrad Straight. And also through the Chase, which is a deceptively difficult turn. It's the one he's coming up to right now. The desire to keep as much speed as possible through there is incredible. And then you get into Murray's Corner, which is the last corner. I always like the fact that my uncle's name is Murray, and Murray Corner is the last corner of Bathurst.
I have bad news for you. It is now officially named Mauricio Corner.
Oh, Mauricio Corner.
See.
Are you sure Mauricio wouldn't prefer to change corner number 1's name to Mauricio Corner?
No, maybe. I don't know. I lack information. Provide information.
It's called Hell. It's called Hell's Corner.
Oh no! I mean, leave that alone. You gotta have a little fear. You go to Mauricio's Corner. There's gonna be wine. There's gonna be charcuterie.
This is actually one of the tracks where I know most of the corner names. So you got corner 1 is Hell's Corner, and then the turn up the hill that's called Quarry. And then you get into the cutting, which is a 3-part corner. Griffin's Mount, Reed Park, Frog Hollow, Stuhlman Park, McPhillamy Park, which is the one where I always crash. I hate that turn. I hate it with passion. Burning passion. And then we hit the big one, which is the part of the track you know, Byron. Turn 11, Skyline and the S's.
Hell yeah, let's go. The Wallaby Destroyer.
Indeed. And then you hit the Dipper, Forest Elbow, and then you get Conrad Straight, Chase, then Murray's Corner. In the end, you got 23 corners around this track.
Tobias has promised me 7 dead wallabies to make stew.
Although collectively, turns 11 through 17 are just known as the S's. So, pole position has gone to Javier Vega. Dirk Greshel's gone second quickest. 5 cars have posted a lap time. Fastest lap 2:04.847.
Serge had too much.
I don't know why, but Serge Hendricks driving a Ferrari just seems weird. Am I alone on that? Are you with me, Byron?
Yeah, no, I don't know what that means.
It's just he always tends to drive German cars, like in almost every other option that we've seen him in. So it's weird that in this ostensibly Germany versus Italy showdown, Ferrari v Audi, he has gone the Italian route. I don't know, it's just weird.
I never noticed anything like that. All I know is that Stoffmill only drives Mercs.
That's not true. Stoffmill drives anything with 4 wheels. Sometimes not even.
And since wheelchairs have 4 wheels...
Actually, the car that I've seen him drive the most is the Ryder Rex in ACC. Because it is the worst car in ACC. It's really, really fast in a straight line, but it turns like a sled.
Bring me the Relied Robin.
That would probably stop.
I don't know. Probably not.
Down the hill with Tobias Thierol. Speaking of super, super fast drivers, it is Tobias time. He's got purple first and second sectors. He's up 1.4 seconds.
The Tobiasi Maru.
Also the team leader on the Las Vegas Blackjacks in hits. And on base percentage. Leads the league in on base percentage, actually. Talk about Super League Baseball.
I believe he is projected to have 75,000 triples in the next 2 games.
No, he's got 2 triples on the season, so his projection's probably like, I don't know, 3 by the end of the year.
Wow.
In fairness, it has to be said, he is the only person with multiple triples on the team. So he is the leader.
What? I have at least some things that
none.
I touched 3 bases on.
You have no triples, sir.
What?
Sir, if you hit a triple on live stream, I will probably do a dance. There will be like a jig involved in this.
There would be like 2 errors on the opposing side.
Well, that's not a triple in that case.
Because Mike's microwaved my character to the point where I'm just a moonwalking manatee at this point.
Actually, you're not as slow as you. You're not as slow as you.
No, I know. We tweaked some stuff. I remember.
I mean, you are, I think, the slowest non-pitcher on the team still, but you're also the first baseman. Like that's, you know, that tends to be how that works. If we went team by team in Major League Baseball, I'm pretty sure the slowest person in a foot race is either a first baseman or a catcher on every team.
Can you change things physically about players?
Yes.
So if I get my speed up over 50, I want to go into the buff build instead of the Poochie build.
Fair. Yeah, we can do that. The only thing I cannot touch is ratings and positions.
Yeah.
And left and like right-handed, left-handed switch hitters.
No, I want to try and role play this a little bit. If I get better speed, I want like a better body. I intentionally took the Poochie body.
I'm fine with that. I don't think anyone else is doing that.
Well, I mean, they're just not as far thinking as I am. A little smarter there, D.
We do have like an agreement between me and Tim that if his player gets hurt a couple of times, he will get fat. But that's about it. Tim has terrible knees and chosen injury prone as one of his traits. So no problem.
Wow. Good idea for a fucking successful ball player there, Tim.
Oh, he's aware. He's aware that I like bench his player just to keep it from exploding. It's the reason he's our best left fielder, and like actually he's like down in like 13th on the team in like actual like at bats, because I tend to take him out of the game when we don't need his bat.
Death on stage.
Also, he's a left-hander, and I do play like with a level of realism that I don't actually think has a game function by taking lefties out against lefties. Because you do that in real life, but I don't think Super Mega Baseball actually has a lefty-lefty penalty. Unless you have the specialist tech. Like Maverick Cleary. Andrew D, he's got... No, I don't think this lap is going to do anything. It stays in place. No lap times yet from... Martin Edmonds has no lap, despite having done 5 of them. Okay. Raul Valori and Alfonso Alexandre also have yet to most of the time. But he does remain in 8th position in the car. We pick up Tobias Thierolf, who has got a purple first sector. It's up about 1.5 tenths as he heads down the hill here towards the Dipper. Let's see if he still is purple. Yep. Lost a little bit of time, though. He's under a tenth up. So Not a huge improvement. Oh, that'll probably do it in there. He had a big, yeah, he gave up on the lap. We follow Matt Al. 9th place in the Monster Energy car. So angry. Matt Al is actually a super chill dude. So.
I don't know. He's British, and therefore repressed.
I would say if there's a madman in the RWB admin staff, it's probably Charger.
I don't believe that. He's a very sedate individual.
Very, very, very excitable.
He seemed rather chill.
Mm. You have that effect on me.
You better calm down, boy.
Matt Al with a personal best going here. Actually, quite a bit. He's 1.4 off the pole. He had previously been 2.3 off pole. So this is almost a second improvement in theory. Unless he loses a boatload of time here in the third sector, which maybe. I wouldn't think so. The mountain tends to be the make or break point of this lap. But we'll find out here. Matt Al coming across the line. Does he improve on his 205.522? Yes, he does. And indeed, it is almost a full second.
I think he's taller than that. 522 doesn't sound correct.
Well, let's see here. What would 522 actually be? No, that's 6'10".
Oh, 522. Yeah, very nice. Well played.
That's pretty tall.
I myself am 5'18".
Indeed. There you go. I am. I can't do anything clever with mine unless I go into the 4-foot range.
Yeah, there is a decrease of diminishing returns. That's what it is. Although it is funnier if you go like way like, oh yeah, I'm 3 foot 172 or like whatever the fuck.
I would be 3 foot 34.
There you go. That sounds funny. 3 foot 34 inches.
Or 35 on a good day. It's one of those things, you know, when my spine's all stretched out and stuff, I gotta do about 5'11".
Yeah, it is kind of funny when we show up for family events. My brother's like an inch taller than me, inch and a half, something like that.
That is the difference in the sim.
And so, you know, you show up to family events or whatever, and like, why am I... Bro, are you tired? Like, what's going on? I'm taller than you today. What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Obviously, you know, spine compression is a thing. Some days
I didn't jump on him that much.
Sometimes you're a little shorter. Sometimes you're a little taller.
I did threaten my nephew with that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let you get like 5.5 feet tall, and then I'm just gonna start leaning really hard on the top of your head. We're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep you small. No, you can't do that.
So your nephews are at like the fun age. You know, they can understand stuff.
Yeah, he's like 6.
My brother's kids are too old, and I got my cousin's kids who are like, you know, they don't have an uncle on their dad's side. I gotta step up and be that uncle, and they're a little too young for any of this humor. They're like
start my way.
They're 3 and 1.
Well, I mean, you can't suplex the 1-year-old yet, but I mean, it's getting close.
Oh, I've been told I'm allowed to teach them like jiu-jitsu stuff when they get
Nice.
There you go. I've been told this. I've been given 2 jobs when it comes to the education of my cousin's kids. Number 1, self-defense. Number 2, random sports trivia.
Did you know that Carl Edwards once threw up all over Dick Nixon?
I mean, I'd believe it. Carl Edwards is a weird dude. New fastest lap. Well, not fastest lap, but PB for James Butler. He goes 12th quickest. He demotes Mauricio Delgado, unfortunately. So, you know, on one hand, I am happy for James. On the other hand, he demoted Mauricio.
You got something to pay for, boy.
Oh, Raul Valoria finally getting a lap up. So everybody has gotten a legal lap in. Go team! So with 12.5 minutes to go, yeah, a little bit. We have Theorolf leading from Alexandre, not a surprise. Ariel Zatoni, Serge Hendricks are row 2, row 3, Edmonds and Greshel, row 4, Kazchuk and Vega, Row 5, Matt Allen, Andrew D. Row 6, Komorowski and Butler. Row 7, Delgado and Marco, and Raul Valoria at the back. I feel like Raul's lap is not him pushing, because he's usually a fairly quick driver. So for him to be 3 seconds off of anybody else, I think that was one of those, all right, I have failed to get a legal lap in. It is time to just do that. Like, not push really at all and just get a lap time up.
Michael, I have news for you about the world of chocolate.
Okay.
Toblerone is no longer permitted to use the Matterhorn as part of their logo.
Ooh, Martin Edmonds went third quickest. Sorry to interrupt, but that's big.
No,
Continue.
you're not.
Continue.
Apparently they're not Swiss enough. Because they got bought by an American company back in 1990. The decision caused controversy in Switzerland, many arguing the image of Matterhorn is an essential part of Toblerone's branding. Why are you simping for a fucking company, you goddamn plebs? Fuck them.
I mean, I'm on the I just don't care.
That is also, yeah, like, I don't care, but also, people, why are you dumb? Companies don't care about you. Dot top.
Oh, we've been through this. I mean, we are UFC fans. We have to deal with, like, you know, the shilliest of, like, corporate shills, as James Butler was not correct. I mean, the number of people that, like, to the death defend, like, you know, UFC pay structure is just proof of corporate. I don't know. There's a weird brand loyalty that people have, and I don't get it. Raul Valoria goes for it.
I mean,
Like,
I'm brand loyal because a product will work, and once a product doesn't work, I look for the next product. If it's at a different company,
but that's what I mean. Like, that's product loyalty. I get product loyalty. I do not understand brand loyalty.
Yeah, like I like Samsung because
Like,
they make a TV that I have that works great.
like
They make a phone that I have that works great. They make Blu-ray players that I have had that work great. But if I find an impediment, bro, I'm getting something else.
Like right now, I have a Corsair headset, Corsair keyboard, Corsair mouse. Now, people may think, oh, well, that's Corsair loyalty. No, this is also the first Corsair thing of any of those things I ever bought. I've had Razer, I've had Logitech, I've had SteelSeries. I still do have SteelSeries over the Racing Rack. And I mean, it's what's cool. I even bought that, like, I do regret buying the, like, complete crappy brand mouse with the buttons on the side, because it didn't work. It didn't work as advertised.
That was funny. I got this for super cheap. Might be a reason.
I mean, it's a decent backup mouse. I use it with my laptop periodically. It's fine. It, like, as a mouse, it works fine. It's just that, like, you know, it has all these buttons on the side that I cannot use.
Let me show you its features.
Yeah, it's the features that are problematic. I mean, it's fine. It's a bit awkwardly shaped as a mouse. That's about the only thing I can really, you know, downgrade it on as a mouse. But yeah, it's fine.
Might I recommend you upgrade to a Gopher?
I do always like to have a backup peripheral in case something fails, because there was that one night we were doing. I don't know if you were on the team at the time. There was a WGLNA night where, like, my mouse stopped working. I'm like, well, this is a problem.
Oh yeah. Can't drive tank. Can't aim and fire.
Mm-hmm. So I had to bench myself the rest of the night, and also I couldn't call because I couldn't use push to talk. I couldn't get in the game. So that was the beginning of Hell's Fire calling.
Gross. It was the least of. To say that was not great is an understatement to the point of Greek tragedy.
Mm. Magic Cash Chuck's got a personal best through 2 sectors. Let's see if he can improve on his 7th place here. And nope. Did he? He did improve on his lap time. He did go. That was a 2:04.54. That's his new fastest lap, but it did not move him up the grid. Now, I will say Bathurst is a track where qualifying is not super important. Don't get me wrong. It's there's not a lot of overtaking opportunities here because, I mean, up the hill and down the hill, there's, like, nothing really to overtake. But if you just don't die, you'll probably get a good result. So being able to just cleanly lap this track is a challenge in its own right. And as a result, I don't think qualifying is going to be a huge impediment to these guys. But I mean, of course, people like RWB Marco here, who's in last place, he would love to put up a little bit of a better show. And he's got a good first sector, so let's see if he can do this.
I still see a distinct lack of Scotch's Nicholas.
I'm going to turn the auto director off to let RWB Marco have his moment here.
Get him. Put him in the wall.
And I think he invalidated the lap. Damn it,
He's
Marco!
on a straightaway. He's on a straight.
No, I think he invalidated it coming out of the dipper. Because you see how there's no, you see how the sector times aren't popping up anymore. That usually means it's an illegal lap he's on now. Well, Marco, I wanted to give you some love, but I am turning the auto director back on. And the auto director loves Tobias Thierhoff, and I can't blame him. Oh my lord, he's got 2 purple sectors. This man will not stop. You're already on pole, Tobias. You're on pole.
Won't stop.
Can't stop. Must go faster. He is at this point doing the Ian Malcolm refrain from Jurassic Park. Must go faster. Must go faster. Let's go. The T-Rex in the mirror. Makes his way through the chase. And heads down towards Murray Corner, turn 23 on this track. He has got 2 purple sectors. Can he improve on his pole time? And the answer is yes.
He's now 7,000 seconds ahead of the next nearest competitor.
It took like 4/10 actually on that lap, so yeah, he's over a half second clear now. Raul Valoria. He's got 2 personal bests. Let's see what we can do here. And down here through the final sector. Conroy straight, the chase, Murray Corner. You think he's going to improve his lap time, Martin? Or not Martin, Byron?
Wow!
That was
speak with the wrong accent, look.
That was actually quite offensive.
Well, listen. Just because I got me a weird accent, don't mean that everybody with a weird accent gonna be the same person. Y'all understand? Y'all too? He's got a little weird kind of like the tabernacle. Never mind. I eat the poutine. I have the long dog.
Actually, a notably improved time there for Valoria, but still 14th quickest.
Oh,
Tobias in the wall.
Eat shit, motherfucker. Downhill gets another one.
Oh, and then Javier Vega.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Cue the montage.
Bathurst devouring foes.
That is what I was saying earlier, is that you're not so much racing against the other drivers. The track is trying to murder you. Two personal best sectors for Magic Cash Chuck. Can he improve on his position here? I think he's almost going to guarantee improve on his time. And he does, but he's still 7th quickest.
All jokes aside, Martin does have lovely hound dogs.
He does.
And possibly delicious, although we have not found out.
They are amongst the popular pictures I brought back from my trip to PC. Although the video of you just shooting away is also popular.
It did put holes in things. My cat has been jumping up on top of my bookcase and potentially knocking tons of stuff over and wrecking lots of stuff that I can't physically replace right now. And so after a while, I got pissed. I moved the damageable stuff off and down onto other shelves and put up a little blanket for him so he can jump way up on top of the bookshelf and he can hang out. And the only thing up there is a larger thing in a box and a couple of plastic, monsters. So even if they get knocked off, it doesn't really matter. We're cool. Today, my boy, the one true Kyle, and Shem were over. I hadn't seen Shem in forever. He moved down to the lower mainland like a hoe. And so we were hanging out and having fun and doing whatever, and it turned out, the cat had escaped. He had burst through the screen again. So we went out looking for him, found him, brought him back inside. We were inside for about, I don't know, half an hour, and he jumped up onto the top shelf again. And I'm like, yeah, see, there he goes. He does cat things. Exhibit A. And he's up there, hanging out, doing his thing, chilling, decides he wants to get up and turn around, as animals do. Misjudges the distance, clearance he has, and also how big that ass is, and also the blanket slide. And he goes scrambling ass over tea kettle back down the cliff, cliffhanger style, falls off the bookcase. It's a little funny, kind of funny, pretty funny. I ended up clearing everything off the top of the bookcase and just like spreading the blanket out.
I was gonna say you are dealing with the cat again, sir. The top of the bookcase is his territory.
It's getting bigger, like bigger and bigger. I'm not just dealing with a cat. I'm dealing with more cat than has ever been cat before.
You are dealing with lots of cat.
He won't even be a year old until like October. Sometime in October, from my best estimation of the math. Of like the vet fixed him when he was like 3 months and 3 weeks old. And I have to kind of like look at the date and backtrack. And I have to understand also that the vet's estimation is an estimation. Mm-hmm. So, October-ish. Take your pick.
Same with my sister's dogs. They're rescues, so we actually have no idea how old they're.
7,000 years old.
We have like a ballpark estimate, but there's no official. Tobias Theroff will start from pole position here at Bathurst. Alfonso Alexandre joining him on the front row, followed by Martin Evans and Ariel Zatoni, Serge Hendricks, Dirk Greshel, Magic Kazchuk, and hang on, late change. Javier Vega going 6th quickest, so he moves on to row 3. Greshel drops down to row 4 with Kazchuk, Andrew D, James Butler, Matt Al, Adam Komorowski, Mauricio Delgado, Rolf Loria, and RWB Marco all alone on the back row. But you know what? In some ways, that might be the safest place to be.
Safer than on top of a bookcase?
Yes, much safer. Got a 2-minute warm up. By the way, speaking of the one true Kyle, have you introduced him to our tag team partner?
Oh, no. I keep meaning to look stuff up, and I've been playing a lot of Sniper Elite 5, which, I just remembered I have that on kind of pause right now. I've been playing a lot of Sniper Elite 5, and then the whole evening's gone, and wow, okay, well, I guess Kyle's in bed by now.
I kind of want to send him the Jay Briscoe Adam Cole.
Do it.
Probably this one.
Do it. I dare you. I double dare you.
The one where Adam Cole has the belt, but not the real belt for ROH, because Jay Briscoe has the real belt, and you get into like Jay Briscoe saying, "You're just the king in the other castle, but I'm here banging the queen." And it has Mark Briscoe in it, with Mark Briscoe just being like Jay's hype man in the way only Mark Briscoe can do.
Making chicken noises.
There's some chicken noises. There's some just redneck. There's some redneck kung fu in the background.
Aww. Good old Briscoe brothers.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame AEW couldn't get them on TV.
Correct.
I mean, I get it. Jay Briscoe said some things that were not great, and that's basically the story.
And then he died.
He did die. Unfortunate.
But the kid's okay, right?
The last update I heard they were expected to make a full recovery.
Excellent. Yeah, the Jay Briscoe. Anybody not know in the know? Jay Briscoe was in a horrific car accident.
Ooh, Alfonso.
A lot like that. It looked a lot like that, I think. And his kids were also in the car, unfortunately. And but They should be okay, mostly okay, hopefully 90% okay. But he did die.
They are in for a still long recovery period, but there is.
Yeah.
They are expected to be okay. All right, formation lap time, and we're going to be underway here for 90 minutes of the Bathurst.
What about Jacuzzi-hurst?
I do think I undersold how much of the fight car we're gonna miss. But
I think you probably did because it's been on for like 9 hours.
I was looking at the schedule that they had on the ESR Discord, and it is wrong in terms of ending time. So
people in their goddamn times.
We'll probably miss like one or two the first like.
We're gonna miss the whole card.
The only thing I'm regretting about that is we'll miss Denis Bajushka, and I just want to hear the pronunciation the commentators put on that name.
The Bajush.
His nickname is Dennis the Great instead of like Bazooka, which is just shit.
The Bazooka.
Here we go. Someone got a stop-go penalty for dropping the start there. I didn't catch who it was. I think was it Martin?
No.
Not sure. Alexandre takes the lead around the outside, and that is James Butler facing the wrong direction. Adam Komorowski also coming to a stop along with him, and somebody else off the track, that is Ariel Zattoni. So Ariel Zattoni's race has started in infamous fashion, as is Butler and Komorowski's, although I feel bad for Adam, because I don't think Adam actually did anything wrong. I think he literally just was in the wrong place, wrong time. All right. At the front, it is Alexandre leading the way from Tobias Thierol, Martin Evans, and Serge Hendricks. There's your top four, and they're kind of making a little bit of a breakaway. Magic Kaszczuk in 5th place, followed by Dirk Greschel, Andrew D, Mad Al, Mauricio Delgado, Javier Vega had a bad start. He's down from 6th place to 10th. And RWB Marco and Raul Villura. These are the three that were facing the wrong direction at the start. Serge Hendricks on board here through the uphill section, McKinley Park, and into the skyline. Here we go. Look at the drop away. This is incredibly fun, but also terrifying. This part of the track, as he is right on the tail of Martin Evans and a podium. Although it is early days yet, this is gonna be a race of patience. You're gonna have to make some pits. You're gonna have to make at least a pit stop. You're gonna have to try to avoid getting bitten by the walls. And like I said, beating the track is gonna be good. Mind you, like really bad first lap for Audi. They have the 4 cars at the back. Heading down to the chase here for the first time. Loving these camera angles. Credit to the auto director. Doing its thing. Martin Evans, please slow down. You are abusing track limits. Yeah. And, sir, this is Bathurst. If you abuse the track limits, they will abuse you back. This isn't Paul Ricard or something where you can get away with that kind of crap.
Hello, Richard.
On board with Tobias Thierol, he was the pole sitter, but he has lost the lead to Portuguese driver Alfonso Alexandre. Although, actually, apparently this is Serge Hendricks. Never mind. I should have realized that when I looked at the car. Heading up the hill for a second time. Everybody heads towards Quarry. Just let you enjoy the sounds of the cars here for a little bit.
Joke's on you. I've replaced all the car sounds with farting balloon noises.
Well, that would be a little bit rude. People like actually one of the often cited positives is the sound design. One of the best in sound design.
Even better than World of Tanks.
World of Tanks does have really good sound. I will say that. World of Tanks in general is a very well done game. It's just their business decisions that don't make any sense. The actual coding is solid.
Yeah. It'd be nice to loot their business decision to move everything out of Russian control.
Yes. I've been demanding to play MechWarrior Online tomorrow, so might get some YouTube footage for that one.
Can't do that. Tomorrow is the day of cocaine.
Oh, Serge Hendricks loses control of the car in the chase, and he goes off. That will demote him probably to the back. No, he should be able to rejoin at least ahead of Komorowski and James Butler. In fact, he will also rejoin ahead of Raul Valoria. On board with Mauricio Delgado running in 8th position. Solid outing. Yes, car guy Ferrari.
Go, Mauricio.
Gotta love the car guy living. Javier in 7th place. So he had a bad start, Javier, but he's recovering now. He's moving up through the field. He's almost back to where he started. And Tobias Thierl still trails Alexandre for the race lead here. The AlphaTauri Ferrari leading the way from the... I think that's just the factory colors for Audi. Mad Al under pressure from Vega. I like that livery. Vegas guy. I like Mad Al's livery too. Monster always has pretty badass liveries. Oh, Raul Valoria is off the track somewhere. Down the hill we go, heading down towards Dipper, and there is Raul Valoria recovering. He'll drop to the back of the pack behind James Butler, but his car looks relatively intact and should be good to continue.
Has he tried subverting expectations and just dropping gently into the front of the pack?
No, that would be impressive. All right, so Tobias is really close. He's on the attack. He's only 2/10 back of Alfonso Alexandre for the race lead. Alexandre is one of the few people who has won a race that is not named Tobias Thierl. He is, let's see here. He won the 2nd race at Imola. Your other race winners are Magic Kazchuk, who won the 1st round at, or the 7th round at Nogaro. And Antonio Costa, of course, winning the 2nd race at Nogaro, which was the 1st round of the season, where you saw 0 wins from Tobias that had multiple races.
And I won all the races.
Dirk Gretschel putting the pressure on Magic Kazchuk in 3rd place. Martin Evans has dropped back. I assume that was because he served his penalty. I was pretty sure that it was him that got the drive-through for jumping the start. Could be mistaken. Could have also just gotten bitten by the wall at some point. I just did not notice. That has promoted Magic Kazchuk to the podium with Gretschel, D, Vega, Mad Al, Delgado, Edmonds, and Zatoni rounding off your top 10. Serge Hendricks has fallen quite a ways back from his starting position, and of course everybody else has run into troubles. I think Hendricks is RWB Marco, maybe the only one, the only exception to that.
What's this about Ariel and the Z-Tones?
He is currently in 10th place, although considering he started in 4th, that's probably not happy for him. He got spun around at the start.
Be sure to pick up the new album by Ariel and the Z-Tones.
It's a shame that Ariel only plays RaceRoom, because we could get him in an Ariel Adam racing sims.
That'd be pretty dope.
I don't believe the Ariel Adam is in RaceRoom, so we can't make that happen. Oh, contact!
Oh boy,
that is RWB Marco and Adam Komorowski up the track. I was actually really worried there for a second that it was our race leader Alfonso Alexandre, because he has the same livery as RWB Marco. They have come to blows, it looks like. We didn't see who was at fault, obviously. We just kind of saw the aftermath. But I suspect that may be something the stewards ends up reviewing as we head back up the hill with the race leader, Alfonso Alexandre, and the man chasing him, the champion, Tobias Thirolf. Greshel still on the tail there. And Thirolf continues to chase as we go downhill. You will see very, very few overtakes on the downhill section of this track because it's borderline suicide.
Sounds like people just aren't skilled enough.
I mean, you're not wrong that it is to a degree a question of skill. Thirolf still on the tail as they head towards Hill Corner and another lap begins. We're on board with Javier Vega, who is looking to make an overtake here on Andrew D in Hill Corner, which is a prime opportunity to make such an overtake happen, but nothing happening this time. Your best overtaking opportunities on this track are Hill Corner and Murray Corner, the two last corners. The last corner and the first corner.
First corner.
Just because the hill is not very helpful, and the chase is a place where a lot of overtakes happen, but it involves having a ridiculously good run on things, as Vega does actually in the background there make the overtake happen on the way up the quarry. So that's a brave overtake and done. Through Griffith's Mount we go, and another hike up the hill. Yet again up Mount Panorama. It's a bit early to tell, Byron, but do you think Alfonso can hang on to this?
No. Too many wallabies.
Too many wallabies to get in the way of attention. May not be wrong. We're still only about 12 minutes into the race, so plenty of time left. We're at 1/9 distance essentially through this thing. And Javier Vega is on the hunt again, as that is Ariel Zatoni smashing into the wall, and his car looks a little bit problematic now.
He is now very much terrestrial Zatoni.
Well, he's more like bent face Zatoni right now. On board with Vega, looking to make a move here on Dirk Greshel, but the outside line through Murray Corner probably not going to work. And Greshel retains the inside line for Hell Corner as well. He will hang on to fourth place for the time being. Vega bringing a second Audi towards the front of this pack, which is interesting to say. Biggest climber of the race, Magic Kashuk, started P8 and is up to P3. I always see Magic was the guy who looked like he was getting stronger and stronger as practice went on. As Vega does go around the outside of Corey. Wow! All right. I was talking about how Hell Corner and Murray Corner were a good place to make overtakes. Apparently Javier Vega is like, Mike, you have forgotten Corey. I am going to show you the way. Going to make it happen. He's gone inside, he's gone outside. Meantime, Alexandre and Thirolf continue to be kind of in a league of their own as they navigate the mountain. Next up on Vega's list, Magic Cash Chuck and the Pokey.
I don't believe that's going to work because everybody knows that cabbage is magic. Therefore, a whole truckload equals more magic than you can handle.
I mean, cabbage is magical vegetable.
Word on the street is that Scott Nick too fat to fit down this trackway.
Back to the fat jokes.
I mean, he ain't here, so
True.
what are you gonna do?
True.
He ain't even in chat.
He is an easy target today.
He ain't racing. He ain't in chat. He ain't shit.
Tobias still on the tail. He is the hunter. Alexandre is the prey. Everybody's still running. Props for that. We've seen some hard contacts with the wall, and nobody's given up. That's good. Javier Vega trying to get past Magic Cash Chuck. He's got Grusher still for company, as well as Andrew D. Nice little 4-car battle here for 3rd place. And then further back, Matt Al is defending against Martin Edmonds over 7th place. Mauricio kind of on his own. Serge Hendricks kind of on his own. Zatoni kind of on his own. Butler kind of on his own. Tom Borowski kind of on his own. Valoria, Marco kind of on their own. So the field is starting to get a little bit segmented. Down Skyline again for Vega. Man, if we see an overtake through Skyline, that would make my day, but also be horrifying.
Just gotta have a little cow catcher on the front of your car and flip a guy over the fence, and then you're in there.
James Butler off the track somewhere. It is as if on command, the camera finds him.
Good old James Butler.
James.
Jameis?
James.
I was a friend of James.
I was a friend of James too.
He taught me that cool trick about deep frying sandworms.
He taught me that knife trick that I used to kill.
That's not. Yeah, I was gonna say that trick not great. That didn't end up well. Could have gone better.
Here goes Vega. This is his favorite hunting ground, heading into Quarry. And the camera guy. We gotta have a talk camera guy. Oh my lord, he managed to make it work. Looks
You're
like
the camera guy.
Well, no, I had the auto director. So
Jeez.
I have assumed the manual control.
Helicopter cam all day, every day. What is wrong with you?
What is that? There it is. Actually, the helicopter cam around here probably not great. Ooh, I like that. That is really nice. I mean, it gets cut off by that building there, but for a bit there, that was nice.
Barn.
Go back up the auto director, since it looks like things are, at least for the time being, settled. But there is a lot of simmering tension. Back to the front. Tobias Thierolf on the hunt still. As the two drivers hit Murray Corner once again. And then down the start-finish straight to complete another lap about... Oh, my lord! There is contact. Vega and Cash Chuck getting into it. I would assume that was Kastruck trying to make an overtake, but I'm not sure. We just kind of saw the incident. Rolf is getting legged a little bit here on the straights by the Ferrari, which is surprising. As they head once again to Quarry. Dirk Gresham, by the way, presented third place by that. Andrew D also up to fourth. Kastruck rejoins behind Mark Edmonds in eighth place. Ahead of Mauricio Delgado, but behind the guys he was racing against just a second ago. Martin Edmonds on the hunt.
Tobias Thierolf, you have ruined your entire championship hopes with one slowdown penalty.
I don't.
It's all in the bin now. Too many penalties per race, per year, per anagram. We will have you exiled to Macedonia.
Down the hill we go. Looking for a move here from Vega. None coming. Excuse me a moment, just trying to stretch out a shoulder that's bugging me.
We've only got two. I mean, is it because your legs don't work? That your shoulder, you've got to like springboard around on one arm?
I just slept awkwardly on it or something.
Oh my god, he's so old.
I am getting old. I'm feeling the wear and tear. Javier Vega looking to make another overtake on Andrew D. He's like, I did this once already. I can do it again. And in fact, we're coming up to the turn that he did it last time. As we approach Quarry. Does he go for it? Might. He is zipping right up to him. Going down the inside. And, well, we're going through Quarry. Javier Vega is going to make an overtake happen, but it is still side by side as they make their way up the hill. And, camera guy. This is the problem when I start messing around with, like, helicopter cam.
Move into different... Could we get different kind of helicopters?
There's only the one helicopter. All right, on board. Let's get in the head of Javier Vega here.
We get Airwolf
in the cockpit. Dirk Gresham, by the way, is making the absolute most of this. He's actually opened up a 2.5 second gap back to D in Vegas. So he is doing his thing right now. Fastest lap last time around belonged to Alfonso Alexandre. It was a 2:04.34. We're still doing very good lap times right now. A lot of 2:04s, 2:05s out there. A couple of 2:06s. Vega looking for the move here through the chase, maybe? This is, it's gutsy, but not a problem. Ooh, that was incredibly close. But he gets the move done. Andrew D was the most understanding a person right there. I mean, both guys choosing to not have contact to a degree, but Andrew D definitely not forcing the issue. And the pit window, by the way, is open. There is a mandatory pit stop for tires required in this race. And I imagine some fuel as well. And I imagine, because it's Bathurst, we will see people go to the very end of the pit window so that they can fix any damage that they acquire.
Gotta get yourself a fucking splash guard to keep the wallabies off your windshield. Change 5 tires per pit stop.
Up the hill again, Andrew D and Vega have been joined by Mad Al and Martin Evans. 7th or 6th and 7th place. We pick up the battle for the lead once again. Tobias Thierolf making his way up the hill and then down the hill. Through the S's. Heading towards the Dipper and Forest Elbow.
And then?
Oh, James Butler is off the track. He's in the pits. So James Butler is our first man to take a bite on the pit stop. I thought that maybe Ariel Zatoni would be an option because we had seen him in the wall twice and he's kind of damaged. But he is up in 11th place, and if I look up his lap times, he's still running in the 205s. So it seems like, despite the fact that his car appears quite damaged, he is capable of putting up decent lap times. Not really sure where Thierolf could possibly go for the overtake here, just because, we've been seeing them a lot here, and we've been seeing that gap kind of, pull away in some of the prime overtaking opportunities, which is a problem. It does seem like Thierolf is the faster guy up the hill and down the hill, but he seems to be losing ground on the Conrad and also the straight that leads into the mountain section. So, problems there. If you're faster in the areas where the overtake isn't really possible, it is kind of a problem.
He's just waiting for the last half lap, and then you're going to put him in the wall and win.
I mean, it's a viable strategy, but I don't know. That doesn't seem very, Tobias to me.
Wow. No, he's Germanic. He's all about that violence.
I mean, every people is all about that violence. Let's be real.
You're not wrong.
The auto director is loving Tobias today. Don't blame it. He's the fastest guy. We don't get nearly enough. Butler is down a lap now, so his pit stop was quite long, suggesting that it was probably damage impacted. Oh, he's still in the pits. Jesus. Okay, it's a really long pit stop. He hasn't given up, because if he had given up, the car would be in the garage as opposed to in the pit lane. Or in the pit stall. There he is. So he is still trying, but something is up with the car. Or option B, real life aggro getting in the way. Could be a case. As he's got the green pit stop readout, he should have left the pits by now, but he is still in there.
He's got to have a whole new drivetrain installed.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, even that kind of repair would not be seen at one of the Bathurst 12 hours. Although I have seen some impressive repairs undertaken at the Bathurst 12 hours. Oh no, Alfonso in the wall!
I told you, you didn't believe me.
Bias in the I didn't say I didn't believe you, sir.
Put him in the wall, baby.
I'm just trying to be an impartial commentator.
He gone. I don't even see who's that other guy. No one even knows.
Bias to the front. Yeah, 1.2 seconds up now. We'll see. We saw him bite the wall in qualifying. It can be done. Even Tobias is not immune from the ravages that is this track. Let's pick up the battle here for 5th place between Andrew D, Mad Al, and Martin Evans. Very close together. They've kind of lost Javier Vega. Not terribly surprising. Vega's off the track. And, well, there he is. He's been in the... Oh, Lord, that is crapping. That car is crapping.
It's fine.
I would not be surprised to see him hit the pits now. Yeah. Picking up the cockpit. Just trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what all of the cameras actually are. It's helicopter, action camera, wing cam. There's no chase cam. It's a little bit weird.
Chase cam. That sounds like me watching things comfortably on a couch.
Chase cam. Chase cam is the one that we usually use in stewarding processes, where the camera is basically just flying behind the car.
Got this chase cam. We relax. We lay back a little bit. We'll watch the thing look.
But surprisingly enough, that is not an option for the spectator mode, apparently. Interesting. All right, he's going to continue for another lap, so we'll turn the auto director back on and let it do its thing. Hang on, Serge Hendricks is going side by side with Mauricio Delgado. Never mind. We'll take back manual control here. Right in behind them, that is Ariel Zattoni in the number 99 Audi. Mike Rockefeller out. That might be, I don't know, that might be Loic Duval's Audi. No, it's Rockefeller. Number 99 is always the Rocky. Except when he was reigning champion in DTM, and then he was number 1.
The Rocking Fellow.
The Rocking Fella. My favorite DTM driver that is not Canadian. Because by default, I had to cheer for Bruno Spengler and Robert Wickens. A little bit of wall contact there for Mauricio, but he is hanging on for now. It's a hard place to overtake in this section of the track. There's a lot of opportunity to run side by side. But Serge Hendricks would love to get that position. Down the hill we go. And Mauricio's making a couple of mistakes here. He is pressure.
I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. How dare you, sir?
He's holding on to the position though. Like, he's making mistakes. He's still got that spot.
Mauricio, the only mistake Mauricio makes is not having enough wine and chorizo.
I feel like that's a mistake he definitely doesn't make. Oh, contact! Hendricks in the wall. Aerial through. Looks like Hendricks is okay, though.
That is, I believe, the 19th time that your boy, Sergei Hendrick X, has been in the line.
Martin Emmons, by the way, made an overtake on Mad Al in the meantime. Sorry we missed that, but he is up into 5th place. In the background, that is Adam Komarowski. Having a little bit of a moment there. Pick up a look at Mad Al as they are navigating. Oh, James Butler's back on track. He is, loud. And that's in there. Green and red and yellow Audi being navigated by the fine folks in the top 5. So if you're James Butler right now, you're kind of in a race of your own. Down a lap, you're having problems. But you have also got your pit stop out of the way. You just need to go out there and put on, quick laps and do that and do your thing as best you can. Mauricio, by the way, is in the pits, it looks like. Let's have a look here. See if I can get a better camera angle. Yep, he is in the pits. Turn the auto director back on. So Delgado is the second man in. First man was Butler. Let's see if Delgado falls as far back as Butler did. Alexandre is keeping with Tobias. He's kept it to 1.5 seconds. Now it'll be up to his pit crew to come up with something interesting, I think.
What if I told you that this race will come down to the hair of a numbat? Because I'm going to throw 13 in everybody's engine.
I would say you're a little crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they've said that before. But
You're
I've
not
always
wrong.
escaped.
You're not wrong.
I notice we're finally back up to 2 people watching the stream. OP.
OP. Martin Edmonds on the tail of Andrew D here for 4th place. Battle of Canadians for top Canadian honors. Are they the only Canadians today?
I believe
They are.
Mauricio Delgado is Canadian.
Serge Hendricks, by the way, appears to perhaps be the... Can confirm. So he's the 3rd one to get in. Not surprising. He had a hard contact with the wall. I imagine that car was not feeling great. Alfonso's keeping up really well, actually. He's only a 10th of a second off of Tobias lap after all. That got closer a little bit there, 1.4 seconds. Martin Edmonds still trying to get up into 4th place. Trying to get past Andrew D. By the way, Andrew D, along with Matt Al, your big climbers of the day, they are both up 4 spots for their starting position. 5 spots, pardon me. Look at the inside of the chase. Can Martin make... Oh, man, that's a lot of curb. That'll kill his momentum. Oh, what was that?
I believe that was Martin running out of wine in his Camelback.
It was a little bit weird there. Almost like a... I don't know. We didn't get a great look at that, but... Oh, Lord Martin. Oh, boy. Oh,
Martin.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Martin,
Martin got problems.
My guy like dog aggro. He got the fucking the giant dachshunds that jumped on him and fucking Raffle stomped his head bone.
He's still off.
All right, there we go.
Off. There you go.
Oh boy.
Martin. Yeah, I was gonna say Martin might be hanging to bits. that car not feeling good.
R.I.P. Martinho. I heard he exploded and may or may not have chunks all over the wall.
By the way, interesting note here. That last lap for Tobias Thierolf, 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.337. You want to guess what Alfonso's lap was?
19 minutes, 72 deciliters, and a quark.
2 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.337. Identical lap times.
Dang.
Raul Valori up into the top 10. Although he has yet to make his pit stop, and other people have. Martin's still in the pit lane, by the way. And Martin's pit stop has officially been registered. Means the new tires are on the car. And we'll see if there's any damage being fixed up. And he is going to at least come out behind Serge Hendricks. Probably absolutely stewing in the pit lane right now. Kazchuk in 6th place. It's been an eventful day for almost everybody. We'll just put it that way.
What if I told you he's got more than cabbage in that truck?
Huh?
Eastbound and down.
See, what lap times are James Butler doing right now? 206.48. A little bit off. I'd like to see him go a little faster. But also don't know what role blue flags are playing in that.
All of them. All the roles.
James Butler, This Is Your Life, starring the Blue Flag. Co-starring the Blue Flag with villain, the Blue Flag.
Double dang.
Let's check on the tail of that out. And I'm not really sure why we're looking at Al. Oh, it's I guess he's in second place. Tobias is in first. All right, so Tobias is going to undercut Alfonso. And Alfonso is going to go for the overcut. That is going to be interesting. We'll see how that plays out. I'm going to give us the camera view on Tobias in the pits because I'm very interested where he comes out. This will be a big deal. Alfonso is got everything crossed right now. His toes, his fingers, everything. As he hopes that, well, in a nutshell, that this man, Tobias Thierolf, who has been the unstoppable juggernaut, comes out in traffic. That is his big hope right now. Dirk Greshel moving on past, becoming the top German for the first time today.
Oh yeah, I just don't think he has enough buttons on that console. I mean, where's he supposed to get the pina coladas from?
There's a lot of buttons. There's also buttons on the wheel.
But does he have wheels on the button wheels?
There is actually a drink button on the wheel, should be mentioned.
I demand the 3 drink minimum. Get your water. Cool, I guess. Normie. Get your pina coladas.
Well, I have bad news for Alfonso. Tobias has come out in 7th place, and he's in clear air. He's well ahead of Adam Komorowski and quite a ways behind Ariel Zatoni, so... unless somebody stays out really, really long, I don't think anything is really going to stop this undercut. Magic Kazchuk also in the pit lane. And we pick up Mad Al as he tries to catch up with Andrew D there for 3rd place, at least on track. Although effectively this is more like 6th or 7th place.
98,000th place.
I would love to do commentary on a track that has 98,000 cars. That'd be insane.
That would be entertaining. By the time you got through the names one time, the race would have been over for 17 hours.
Well, it depends on how long the race is. If it's a 24-hour race.
It's a 30-second sprint.
I wouldn't want to do that, you know.
Why not?
I don't know, 30-second sprint just seems like, too short.
We got 10,000 people. You have to announce all names, but it's a drag race.
That'd be a hard one. On board with Mad Al as he runs in 3rd place, trying to run down Andrew. By the way, Alfonso shot right. Yep. We'll see where he comes out. We get to the pit. Oh, that was a quick pit stop. It's a very quick pit stop. Is he going to get out ahead of Tobias Thierolf? That's the question. Thierolf is right there. And Alfonso is in the lead, effectively. Thierolf also going very, very wide at Hell Corner. All right, all right. The overcut working out for Alfonso. He is in front of Thierolf. This is the battle for the lead. It is the battle for 5th place right now. But they have pitted. Zatoni, Mad Al, Andrew D, Dirk Greshel. They have not. Also yet to pit Adam Komorowski, Javier Vega, Rolf Oria, and RWB Marca. Vega is in the pits right now. Mad Al still running in 3rd place. Look at that lovely scenery. I also appreciate that if you get the free cam out on a replay file of Bathurst, there's like an entire city around. There's like a hospital that you can find and everything. they went all out. Oh, Raul Valoria off the track. Let's see what's up with him.
He did.
Can't really see. It looks like he just hit the wall.
Smeared 18 wallabies flew over into Tasmania.
Just hit the wall in the uphill section. Has yet to pit, so any damage is still fixable. Is mandatory pit stop. Magic Kazchuk, third highest ranked car that has actually made its pit stop as he is catching up to Raul Valoria. This is not Raul Valoria's fight, but does he see it that way? Ariel Zatoni in the pit lane, along with Andrew D.
Demonstratively false.
I mean, demonstratively true.
Demonstrative.
Adam Komorowski also.
Can you demonstrate that?
I can. Raul Valoria did let Kazchuk through. So there you go. There's Adam Komorowski. There's Ariel Zatoni.
Damn.
There's Andrew D, and he is rejoining the race. Should come out ahead of Kazchuk. And indeed he will. 5th place on track. 3rd place effectively. Well, I don't know. If Grushel and Mad Al run very long, they may be able to insert themselves into podium positions. We'll find out. Well, 1 podium position. 3rd place, because they are not coming out ahead of Tobias and Afonso.
Lies. I came out ahead of them all the time.
Fastest lap of the race, by the way, belongs to Tobias Thirolf at a 2-minute, 3-second, 8:38 lap time. I think Sonia has dropped the Valkyrie predictions in RC's lap, judging by my Discord right now.
Oh yeah.
She's like, so is there any scum on the guys for this card?
Yeah, man. Fucking that one guy. He said a bad thing about tacos.
I said that Cody Durden is probably her. She just mentioned.
Wow. People are always asking me if I've heard of Cody Durden.
Well, yeah, because he's kind of racist.
Wow. Really?
You don't recall this? There's the whole social media controversy where he was like saying a lot of like negative stuff about Asian people, and then he fought the Chinese guy in the UFC and said he was going to send him back where he came from.
No, I don't remember that at all.
I mean, in fairness, he did knock that guy out, so he kind of did.
Oh, Tanner Bose's on the card. Why didn't you tell me this?
Because his last fight was really sad.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't think his cut to 205 is a good idea.
Just because he's a heavyweight.
He's not a heavyweight. He's not a heavyweight anymore. Actually, he's looking good. Like from like a physical appearance point of view, like the cut to 205 has been magnificent. Dude is looking ripped. But his fight with Ion Kudalava was really sad. He got beat the crap out of him.
Honestly, I really don't remember much. I'm looking at his record right now. I do not remember his last 4 fights at all. I remember him losing the decision to Arlovsky, and I just have no memory of him after that.
Well,
which is weird, because I like him, and you'd think I'd remember him knocking out OSP.
I think it's just because OSP is just done.
98 years old.
Like, please retire. People always give me shit about that on social media. They're like, you can't tell fighters to retire. I'm like, yes, I can.
Yep.
They don't have to listen to me, but I don't. If I don't want to see you fight, like, please retire. tell me that you have a plan for the future, please, because like continuing to fight and getting more brain trauma is not actually good. And like I don't even like. I've never really liked OSP. I had hopes that he would turn into something. He was like really athletic 205er, big guy. It was like kind of fun to see what he would turn into, and it just never happened. Probably because he never went to a decent gym. Like he kept training out of Knoxville Martial Arts Academy, or like the Tennessee Martial Arts Academy his entire career.
I heard he was training at Armenian top team.
I mean, that would be better. At least that's got top team. Some of the top teams are really, really bad. Like American top team, cool. Brazilian top team, cool. But then when you get into like Tulsa top team, I'm sorry, no.
Podunk top team.
Bias Thirl still on the hunt for what is third place right now, probably first place at the end of the day. Greshel and Matt Al still yet to pit. Serge Hendricks on the tail of Adam Komorowski. By the way, Adam Komorowski has pulled a real little hot one here. Dude was kind of nowhere before the pit stops, but he just he kept it clean, got in the pits, got his stuff done, and he's in 8th place, like legitimately 8th place, because it's he's pitted. It's not like there are cars ahead of him yet. There are cars behind him that have pitted and he hasn't. He's doing really well. So big applause for the BWT driver, Adam Komorowski. But yeah, I'm not looking for. Let me put it this way: there is a really good version of that Tanner Bozer Alexa Kamer fight that could happen tonight. But there are like 9 versions of that fight that just absolutely suck donkey balls.
You, sir, just don't like him because he's Canadian.
Normally that's a reason for me to like someone. I can't. Well, no. Well, I was about to say I can't think of a Canadian fighter. Just like it. That's not true. Jason McDonald, come right now. That's a deep personal dislike. By the way, Matt Al in the pit lane. No, it's just the classic, like with Tanner Bozer. It's like I just don't see what leads to success. Like that's what it comes down to. I would like to see success.
The power of the mullet compels you.
I think he's a good dude. He seems like a good dude. He has no understanding of business. I'll just say that right now because he had a whole rant about sponsors in the UFC without ever once pointing the finger at the actual problem with sponsors in the UFC. It just comes down to like he's a. I can relate. He's just a dude. I relate to him. He's not super strong, super fast, super explosive, super powerful, super like technical in any real regard. Like he can do a little bit of everything. And at heavyweight, he kind of got away with that by being tough and letting people gas out and then beating them. And at 205, that's not really a door that he has open because most 205ers, they have 15 minutes of cardio.
Sir, I believe your estimation to be wildly incorrect based on the fact that mullet.
The mullet does not actually grant you power.
It's aerodynamic. It's all wind reduction in the front and wind dispersal in the back.
By the way, fastest guy on the circuit right now is Javier Vega down in 12th place. He's putting up some burners right now. And Dirk Greshel's in the pit lane, so let's get a quick look at him and see where he comes out. Because his overcut plan, I imagine, was to try to get on the podium. He's got a big gap back to Andrew D. We'll see. By the way, I'm trying to find a camera here that actually does. There we are. We'll just ride in the cockpit. There we are. Back out, and yeah, he's going to be easily in 3rd place. So the super long run for Dirk Greschel works out nicely. And it might have bought him a podium because now he's got the fresher tires and it's him versus the track because he's got a 7.5 second lead over Andrew D. The auto director back on. No particular battles going on right now. There's a little bit of a thing between D and Matt Al. There's a little bit between Komorowski and Hendricks, RWB Marco, Martin Evans, Alphonse Alexandre, Tobias Thierolf. Close enough. But RWB Marco, by the way, is the last man not to pit. He is RWB Max Simmons today.
Might I recommend more stadium trucks?
To be clear, I'm not making fun of RWB Marco for still being out there on track. I actually think you do want to go as late as possible into this race without pitting because it gives you the most time to crash and fix the damage with your mandatory pit stop. I'm actually surprised more people didn't try that. Serge Hendricks in 9th place. Still trailing Adam Komorowski. By the way, RWB Marco into the pits. And he'll rejoin in 14th position. Ahead of James Butler. A little bit of sparks there from Komorowski. Probably running the ride height a little bit lower than he probably should. And looking for the overtake. Not happening yet, but you feel like it is just kind of a matter of time. Matt Al in 5th place. His overcut also worked out pretty well. Got himself a top 5 position. Good cushion back to Magic Cash Chuck. Fresher tires. See what he can do to run down ya boy Andrew D. Looks like James Butler had another encounter with the wall. Get slapped by Tobias Thierolf.
I really don't think there are that many walls out there on this track. It's
there's a lot of them.
Pretty exclusionary. Pay no mind to the walls you're seeing. See there, see, there's only like one wall.
Byron, I'm gonna take a page out of the book of Byron here to describe this track for a moment. Put him in the wall.
I mean, it's a thing that could happen. We only got one camera. Never know if you're gonna be on it.
I mean, look at those walls. Heading down the skyline again. I'm actually very impressed by how well Adam Komorowski has kept Serge Hendricks behind. There's like a 4/10 pace differential here, Delta. And he's held him up for a number of laps. It's very impressive. Matt Al, in the meantime, still trying to get back past Andrew D. Talk about the loneliest man on track, though, right now probably is, it's James Butler, who's a minute 31 behind RWB Marco. Butler, if you're watching this, please leave a comment or let us know on Discord or whatever. What was the deal? Because your pit stop was super long. Oh, Matt Al. That is not where you want to go.
That's what you think. He's got a strategy.
Well, far be it from me to say Matt Al is wrong, but Matt Al is wrong. That's the strategy. Wow. If that's the strategy, he is wrong. He is mistaken.
He's got a plan, and it involves butter.
I'm gonna put my James Hunt hat on here for a moment and say that he's wrong.
Listen, barefoot boy.
Well, actually, in all seriousness, if I put on my James Hunt hat, I have to get racist. So probably.
Wow. I mean, technically, Ireland's not a race.
No, his commentary back in the day It was really amusing. I want to make that quite clear. The man had a certain charm and whatever, but there was also some incredibly inappropriate stuff said during the James Hunt era of commentary.
I just figured since he's British, he had, the occasional thing to say about Ireland.
I don't think he really said anything about Ireland, mostly because I don't think there were really any Irish drivers to comment on. He was kind of anti-Italian. As a general.
I mean, who isn't?
Also, he had like some really, really harsh things to say about Riccardo Patrese that, like, I really wish he had apologized for before his death. So.
Fair enough.
So the story behind his feud with Riccardo Patrese goes back to 1978, when Ronnie Peterson had his fatal crash. Now, Hunt and a couple other drivers, notably Niki Lauda, Emerson Fittipaldi, there were
Niki Lauda, who'd he ever beat?
There were others. They blamed Patrese for the accident that Peterson was killed in. Let's see if Hendrick can make a move here. The answer is not quite, but it's coming, I think. A lot of people blame Patrese. It was one of those things that, like, after review, whatever, he was exonerated. He was banned for a race because the drivers were still blaming him at the time, and that was really about it. But, like, almost everybody who went after him, like, has had afterwards apologized, like, profusely. Like Jody Scheckter and Emerson Fittipaldi in particular were like, they like brought Riccardo Patrese to, like, their homes, and they had, like, as Hendricks does make the overtake there, we saw it off. You didn't get to see it though. And they, like, they made a big show about, like, apologizing, and Niki Lauda apologized in typical Niki Lauda fashion, which was, you get a sorry, and that is it.
He sends you to special camp.
But, like, James Hunt spent, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years still blaming Patrese. And, like, because he was the English voice of Formula One commentary for a bit, there were some terrible things said about Riccardo Patrese. Which is a shame, because Riccardo Patrese actually a really good driver.
As I understand it, he has 13 left toes. Maybe.
Although I do love the James Hunt line about I don't remember the driver now. I think it was Hector Rabach. It was Nelson Piquet's teammate in the 80s, or maybe Ricardo Zunino. He was at Brabham, and he was, like, notably, like, way slower than Nelson Piquet. Now, granted, Nelson Piquet, 3-time world champion, like, very fast driver. But he was, like, a very much a pay driver. He was there because he bought his way into the team. And Murray Walker would, like, try to, like, be diplomatic, I guess, towards him. And there was one bit where he's like, "Oh, it looks like Rabach has run a little bit out of road there," as he spins around in the grass, and then James Hunt would just go, "Ran out of fucking talent." Simultaneously, the best commentary team, James Hunt, Murray Walker, and simultaneously the worst. Tobias Thirl still in second place, a half second behind. There he is. Fonzo Alexandre in the AlphaTauri Ferrari leading the way.
Put him in the wall.
Further back, this is Magic Kazchuk. He is caught up to the back of Mad Al and is putting the pressure on him. He was a faster car than Mad Al. And somebody's heading into the pit lane again. Who is this? Mauricio Delgado. No! Mauricio in for a second pit stop. Not sure why. Let's get the camera on him and see if I can find any damage on the car. I'm not seeing any damage on the car. Has he realized that he's made a mistake in terms of... you know what it could be? Just a theory. And that's all it is. Yeah, he's okay. I think he just topped him. So this race is 90 minutes as opposed to 60 minutes, and every other race has been 60 minutes. The long ones. I wonder if Mauricio maybe didn't get the memo because that was a very quick pit stop. suggesting he just did like a splash of fuel that maybe he didn't have enough fuel in the car.
What he needs to do is keep 32 shot glasses of fuel with him at all times. And sometimes you got to put them in the car. Sometimes you get a little treat for yourself.
I mean, if we're in an ethanol-powered car, maybe.
Don't be in a wood burning alcohol car. Not good for you. It's the coolest toboggan track ever.
Yup. I just love watching it. Zero lost a lot of ground that lap, actually. It's up to a second between the two. Yeah. Cash Chuck's still on Mad Al's tail. This is really the only battle going on the track right now. It's a battle for 5th place. Everybody else is kind of segmented off right now. Okay, that's not true. Adam Komorowski is still within striking distance of Serge Hendricks, but I don't think that's really going to be it. Just because we saw Hendricks run him down and overtake him, I can't imagine Komorowski has anything for him at this point. But I could be wrong.
You can be. And are wrong.
It has been known to happen.
Might I recommend 32 kilograms of zucchini?
For what exactly?
Not sure. I don't like zucchini, so I mean, as long as I don't have to have it, I'm good.
I have neither pro nor anti-zucchini.
It's gross. It tastes like somebody wrongly constructed a cucumber and made it taste the antithesis of pleasing.
I can't think of a vegetable I have that kind of reaction to be honest.
I heard that you don't even like peas.
I don't dislike them either. They're just kind of bad.
No, I know one. I know one. I will expose you on the internet immediately.
Okay.
Celery.
Eh.
See?
It should.
Celery's good. You didn't have like celery and peanut butter when you were a kid?
I did. I like the peanut butter.
Celery, peanut butter, and you get ants on a log. You swoop some peanut butter into inside the celery, and you put some raisins in the line up the thing.
That I never did. Ooh,
man,
Wall Valori's off the track.
Ants on the log, fantastic. Can also be done with dried cranberries.
Auto director actually found him before I clicked on him. Looks like he just had a bump with the wall again. Yurov getting close again. Comparative lap times this time around were 2:04 flat. Oh, yeah. Tobias Thierolf just casually on lap 33 of this race says, "Guys, fastest lap." Boo. Just slapping the salami down on the table right there.
Who did you think he is, Scott Nick?
He's the Scott Nick of speed.
Hurtful yet accurate.
I remember. I'm trying to remember the dude's name. It was a guy who raced in Zero Racing, which was the community I ran before joining ESR. And his name is eluding me right now. But there was one race where he was running in second place like the entire race. And, it's like the guy in front was like, starting to celebrate on TeamSpeak comms and being like, I've got this, and the last like 5 laps. And then on our screen, it just keeps popping up fastest lap as the second place guy is just eating into him. It's just like the motivation is kicked in. No! Raul Valoria. Raul Valoria off. Mauricio Delgado picks up a spot. Sorry, Raul, but we are happy for Mauricio.
Go, Mauricio. Reminds me of that one scene from Borat. It's like, you'll never get this, you'll never get this, you'll never. And then he break the cage and he get this. Very nice. High five.
Tobias Thierolf on the hunt, for sure. Let's see what the time this time around was. Last time around was a 2:03.474, fastest lap of the. Well, no, second fastest lap of the race. His fastest lap. Alfonso actually has the fastest lap. This time around, 2:03.671, 2/10 quicker than Alexandre. Alexandre did respond though. That was a 3/10 faster lap than his previous one. So he's got a little something still in the bag. Pick up Magic Kazchuk, still trailing Mad Al. This is the other battle going on right now. So first place up for grabs and fifth place up for grabs. Give Magic a little bit of love. And pick up the action cam, because the auto director doesn't like to use the action cam, but I like it. This is my favorite cam. Keeping an eye for the battle for the lead. Oh, hang on. Alfonso? Where'd you go? I think he hit the wall.
I don't know. There are no walls in Bathurst.
The gap closed very, very suddenly, and then when we got to looking at Tobias, I couldn't even see Alfonso's car, and he's now 3 seconds behind.
Looked clean to me.
I'm not suggesting anything about it being about the cleanliness of it. I just think he hit the wall. I have no idea why. It happens.
In bossing, say there are no walls.
By the way, I have not said enough nice things about Ariel Zatoni, because he had a terrible start to the race. He was pointed backwards at the very first turn. He had a heavy contact with the wall, and he's in 7th place. Dude soldiered on, and he's getting a good result. Now he's got pressure coming from Serge Hendricks.
Aquatic Zatoni.
By the way, Magic Kazchuk is now onto this fight, so it's a 3-way fight for 5th place now. Oh, I might have just cursed Ariel. He's out of the race.
That seems like maybe you were a little bit out of pocket talking all that shit about how awesome he was.
That is maybe the greatest caster's curse I've seen in a long time.
Like a fucking lightning bolt.
Raul Valori is on the tail of RWB Marco trying to get 12th place. I don't know what happened.
I like how they're on the reverse golf course up there. Like the 200, 150 yard sign. So if you hit the ball far enough, you can nail one of these cars.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are the brake markers. They're at every track.
I don't need brake markers. I'm a professional.
You actually really do. I really do. Really do. Now, sometimes you come up with your own brake markers. They actually did 4V Ferrari about this, where he's explaining to his son where he brakes for each turn. There's like a specific crack in the wall that he would use and so on. So it's all kinds of things. But these marker signs are really important. Or you can turn on ideal racing line like a bitch.
That's the one they use on the Xbox, right?
Well, probably. It literally will tell you when to brake and where to go and so on. That's not perfect because it assumes a generic driver as opposed to like your own specific abilities. So it's not necessarily the fastest way around the track for you, but it is like a safe way of doing it. It's not a bad way to learn the track, but there are some people who never turn it off, and I think That's a bad idea.
Can we get a mod that would just be like your little race companion talking in your ear?
Yeah, we have that. It's the crew chief mod.
No, oh yeah, I couldn't remember the name. Anyway, you get the little an addition to crew chief, and the guy goes, "What the fuck? Too late! Oh god!" And just like panics you every time with like the antithesis to the little race mod. Forza uses that all the time. That's what it is. Just the anti-Forza mod.
Well, you could turn some settings on the crew chief mod. Crew chief. Well, it's not a mod per se. It's a standalone program you run while the game is on. But you can make it be pretty abusive.
That sounds awesome.
Now, mind you, it's abusive when it really shouldn't be. Like the number of times I've heard the crew chief go, "Come on, Michael, we can do better than this," and I'll be like, "I started in 11th place and I'm in 7th. What more do you want from me right now?" I'm doing fine. I remember there's a Mio on board video. It was at Monza. It was RaceRoom at some point.
All right, no, hold that thought. We finally have someone in chat. Joe Sparks. Good job, Sparks. What the heck is up? Thank you for finally joining.
Indeed.
I can't read because the text is really small on my farthest monitor. I apologize.
He says, "How's everybody today?"
I can read that. I just had a problem with Jebs.
We are good,
Jeebus.
Mr. Jebs.
Jeebus Sparks.
There's a Mio on board video where I am running in second place, and it's an amazing moment behind Mike Stock, and it's at Monza, and my crew chief will literally come on and be like, "All right, Michael, let's go. We can get this guy." And I just go, "No, I can't."
That is probably the antithesis of something that will happen.
I'm just like, don't lie to me.
Call it Park Jeb's Box.
Raul Valoria appears to be off the track. Oh, looks like he's in the pits. Okay, he'd gone into the wall. He'd gone into the wall a couple times.
It's because he uses solid molly.
Good old liquid molly.
Which is molybdenum, not the drug.
It's not a drug, it's an oil. But yeah. It's a lubricant company out of Germany.
Dear kids out there, molybdenum, not the same as Molly the drug. Do not buy liquid Molly and pour that shit in your face.
I like the stewarding comments there. Alfonso, behave yourself. Raul Valoria getting a speeding in the pit lane penalty. That will drop him further back. He's already in 14th and last. Jesus, Alfonso, stop abusing track limits.
Correct.
I think he's desperately trying to catch up to Tobias again. It's not working, guy. You're falling further behind. And Raul Valoria. Oh, wait, that's just me. Oh no, Magic! What the heck happened there? Just lost control of the car. Well, there goes his hopes for a top 5. That is a lapped car coming up behind him. That is Raul Valoria. Or that might be Tobias actually. Nope, it's Raul. It's Raul Valoria up behind him.
I believe you mean row.
Row.
I don't understand how you can't pronounce row. That's another one I'm adding to the Super Mega Baseball drinking game rules. Your boy Vanilla Wafers and Raul.
Raul. Oh no, there's actually a proper story behind my inability to pronounce that one.
Because you're less dyslexic.
Raul is off the track again. No, there was a soccer player who just called it Raul, who was just Raul.
He's German.
No, he was Spanish.
Then he was wrong.
I never said he was right. I said that's how he pronounced his name. That's been burned into my brain.
Mad Alberta coming for that ass.
Andrew D, Swiggy Swooty. You gonna get in that booty.
Jebs, Jeebus, if you're out there, I'll let your boy chat. So there's some interaction.
It's been a low interaction day.
We drive engagement, and today has been not that day.
There's been no engagement to drive.
I blame Elon Musk.
So Javier Vega is shown at 100% damage. I don't think so. And Valoria is in the pits again for his drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Was that a siren in your microphone?
I don't think so.
I heard a siren very briefly.
I did not hear anything.
Well, no, that's mine. That's me. Never mind.
I was gonna say that sounds like a thing or a you thing.
Well, I heard it, and then I, moved the headphone and took another listen and didn't hear anything at all.
Jeff's is asking you two taking over commentary for the U.S. Manufacturer Championship. No, I do not believe so. I believe the other commentary dude is handling that one. But I could be wrong. We're always open for hearing proposals.
I am always absolutely the last person to know, so I have no answers. If you would like us to do that one, please harass the absolute shit out of Martin, because A, it's fun, and B, that probably would get results.
That is generally the best way to get anything done.
But yeah, if the other guys are doing it, then
we will be
I'm
doing
sure
the return of the 3D Speed series.
Return of the
It's
Mac.
coming up probably in September. I don't want to start a new series during the summer because historically our ability to get things going in the summer, not good. So we'll
Gotta get them kids back to fucking school.
But I am going to put out a form for the new 3D Speed series soonish to get feedback from people. What do they want to see change? What do they want to see kept? That sort of thing. Ideas from the past. What's staying, what's going, sort of thing. It'll be a set of Corsa Competizione just because we have nothing going on in a set of Corsa Competizione right now. And
what we would like to see in the 3D Speed, since it is 3D, is tricycles.
Well, it may not be 3D Speed anymore because the deal with the 3D Speed was it was promoting Dale Wood's rig making. He was doing wooden rigs. I don't think he's doing that anymore. So we might put up the sponsorship slot, so to speak, the promo spot to basically anything else. If you've got a business venture that you would like to do a little bit of pimping for via the series, that is enough.
Could we get sponsored by some large meat packing company so that, meat?
It's just whatever somebody's got going. That's all.
I will accept stew meat. I can make stew like a motherfucker. Sometimes I make stew sometimes like people make chili, in as much as sometimes there's going to be a bunch of cayenne in there and you really don't expect it. Like, oh, rich brown dark gravy with meat and vegetables and potatoes. And why is it spicy? Because I like spicy. But I don't want it to change colors, so we sneak in the cayenne pepper.
Has Ralph Lauria left the pits?
9.
Yeah, I think he's fixing the car up. All right, well, I think we're basically down for the last 7 minutes here watching that. I'll try to get Andrew D because there's nothing else. Everything else is kind of gapped out. There's not much else to talk about. Thierolf is in the lead by 3.5 seconds over Alfonso. There's a massive gap back to Dirk Greshel. And Magic Kaschuk's on his own. Hendricks is on his own. Komorowski's on his own. Vega's on his own. Martin Edmonds having a day to forget. He started P3. He's going to end up P10 on this day when he's trying to get second place in the championship. Not good times. I think that's going to go to Alexandre. Pretty easily. I don't know what to trust anymore, though, with the standings. I've been told the standings I've been referencing all season are wrong.
All I know is that if all the standings are wrong, then Delgado is definitely winning the title.
If you're telling me we don't have reliable scoring, Mauricio wins by commentator bias.
Oh my God! He came in 1/2 of a point ahead of Tobias. What is happening? Ah! Confetti.
We've got our own system now. The racing results are important, but 75% of the scoring is what we feel like it.
Going to the old school Byron Giant YouTube Golden Iguana head system, in as much as I bestow as many Golden Iguana heads upon you as I think things are worth, and I have no metric to base that on previous scores.
Didn't you do that for the World of Tanks videos?
Oh yeah, all the time. I give this 37.35 golden iguana heads. And I would get comments like, what do you have? What's the... I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember.
How do I claim the golden iguana? Go ahead.
No, you don't get them. You don't get them. No. Just shows up metaphorically somewhere in your psyche.
I mean, you did give out prizes for the Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah. But that was competition. God, fucking... You remember Himmelsdorf? Mm-hmm. Lord, that was a great track.
That was a great track. It was not my... I don't think it was our best work. Our best work, in my opinion, I don't remember the map name. This is the problem. It was the one with the Brody Breaker.
Yeah. I was about to say that one. Yeah. Because it had 2 spots down on that one downhill. And if you fucked up really bad, you go through the Brody Breaker, which Jack Brody did, which hence the name. But if you fucked up only a little bit, there was that one dip, that weird dip like further down the hill, that would send you fucking cattywampus. Shit.
Pearl River was also very good.
Pearl River was good. Enjoyed that. Very tight racing. I mean, the classic being Mountain Pass.
Mm-hmm. That was the OG.
I really, to this day, angry. But it's not really a conscious anger. Probably give me cancer 30 years from the future. But the highway, we were just about to make a track for highway with the double bridge, double bridge overhead, and they cut it from the game, and opportunity lost. Not happy.
Comron, we had a good track there.
Yeah, the swamp. It was a swamp. No, not swamp. No, Comron was the one where we did the loop around the lake and the weird shit.
Yep. That was the only one. That was the only one I ever actually won. I defeated Johnny Kai and Iron Ranger.
Oh God! How does one defeat Iron Ranger? With luck and a stick.
Well, no. The deal with Iron Ranger was consistency more so than particularly like success. Like he had like a big. I have the standing somewhere still. He had like a big. He actually never won a race during his championship season. It was just like he was always second or third.
Yeah, it was good times.
Just did it by raw consistency.
I think we tried to do one on mines and it just didn't work.
It never really worked too well, no.
Like, it was okay, but it wasn't very good.
Agreed.
You had to go uphill, you had to do the donut around the hill, and then but it just wasn't.
We also never really worked anything out for Ruinberg either.
Yeah, I mean we did, but again, it was one of those C tier, not great. The Provence, old school Provence, before they fucked it up.
Yes.
The washing machine was...
That was great. That was
unbelievable.
That is, I think, our third best piece.
The washing machine was part of the track where they'd made it very treacherous to come down the hill, and we were going up the hill. So if you fucked up even slightly, you got chucked out you got literally thrown out of the weird chicane uphill onto your ass and had to turn around and try and rejoin the race.
Matt L, by the way, still trying to get that spot away from Andrew D. It's just he hasn't really shown him the nose. I am getting a little bit of lag. Are you getting that, or is it
no, I saw the duck. Not that I noticed.
Okay. So it's on my.
I was busy jerking myself off metaphorically. So I didn't really notice.
I was just wondering from the standpoint of like quality of the stream. But if it's on my end, then it's just my problem. We're on the final. We are on, I imagine, the final lap. Hang on, let's have a look at Tobias. Where are you at? Okay, no, we might get one more. Hang on, let's see. Does Tobias get across the line before it hits 0? No, that's gonna be the final lap. So Tobias is your winner.
Flashing lights.
Tobias is your winner. Alfonso's going to be second. Third is probably going to be Dirk Greshel. Fourth place is still up for grabs. Matt Al chasing Andrew D. They are on the hill for the final time. We will see what happens here. Last time through the Big Dipper. Here we go. Love this part of the track. Hang on. We're riding in cockpit view here. We are on board for the most exciting bit of track you're ever going to see. And we are now done it. All right. I don't think you can get up. Maybe.
Chicane of food.
Heading down to the chase. So we got the chase. He's got Murray Corner. These are his last two opportunities. He's going to need a hell of a run. He does not have it through the chase. So it will be Murray Corner or bust. By the way, we do have the final podium is set. Thirolf Alexandre Greshel, your podium. Tugas dominating today. 1-2 for them. And it is going to be Andrew D. Top Canadian honors. 4th place ahead of Mad Al. Magic Kashuk coming home in 6th place. He had an eventful day. Had a really big contact with the wall. You can see by how misaligned the front end of his Ferrari is.
It's fine. They will look for that.
Serge Hendricks coming across the line in 7th. He could have had a better day, honestly. He had pace for better. But the man who really maximized it, this man right here, Adam Komorowski, he wound up facing the wrong way at the very start of the race. Through no fault of his own, honestly. He was the innocent third party in that whole accident. And he just kept it clean. And he picks up an 8th place finish as a result. Javier Vega and Martin Emmons round off the top 10. Mauricio Delgado, RWB Marco, James Butler finishing the race. Kudos to James Butler for being down a lap the entire race to everybody and still driving. I appreciate that. Ariel Zatoni and Raul Valoria out of the race. Fastest lap does go to Afonso Alexandre, 2:03.45. And at some point, Matt Al is going to pop in here to end the stream.
I don't believe that. The stream will live eternal.
I'd hope not. I would hope. Anyways, that is the championship here. The Mid-Engine Championship is done. Be sure to join us for the next series, of course. I'm sure there's something in the works for the Saturday audience. And they will probably get live commentary for that from us as well. So that'll be cool and awesome and fun. And I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you enjoy your F64 USB V3 clutch paddles advertisement. But on
Thanks for that, boys.
Thank you, Mad Al. Have you terminated the stream there, Mr. Al?
I'm about to hit the outro button.
I have a quick question for all the mind readers out there.
Okay.
No.